Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures with Fu, the PANDAREN Monk.
It is good to see you.
Today we were back in Westfall, guys. Last episode, we found out that it was the shadowy figure that slayed the Furball family. And today we are helping out the Saldines deal with these Harvest Watchers. And we are also collecting some ingredients for the famous Westfall stew. We need 6 okra, 6 Gortus flanks, and 6 stringy flesh river meat. And I got myself a haircut, guys. Somebody left a comment and said that I was starting to look like the bums in Westfall, so I decided to get a haircut. No, I'm just kidding. No one said that. I don't usually get mean comments like that, but if I did, I would laugh. But yeah, we shaved off all the hair. I can't handle that anymore. I can't handle the growth. I was thinking about growing the beard and the hair, but no, I can't do it. It's too hot out. I have done it before, though. I've had hair down to my shoulders and a pretty big beard, like, down to my chest. Recommend trying it at least once if you can do it. But, it does get a little annoying after a while. You know, getting food when you're trying to eat, your hair is getting in your food. Same with your beard. And it becomes a little bit, you know, high maintenance after a while. That's why I like shaving my head. You just get out of the shower and you're ready to go. You don't have to comb your hair or anything like that. And we might hit level 15 today, which means we could get into some dungeons, potentially. Maybe we'll switch to Brewmaster. I'm also going to do a little bit of PvP, guys, when we hit 19. 29, 39, 49. We'll attempt to do some Battlegrounds. I think the 19 bracket should be alive and well, so hopefully we can get into some Battlegrounds. Become the monk and check it out. Try to get a full experience. We'll see how far we go. How many Gortus flanks? I wonder if they changed the recipe in Mists of Pandaria. I remember you needed Gortus snouts and livers and all that. Harvest Watcher hearts. Oh, we got the quests already. You have found what appears to be the heart of Harvest Watcher. From the sound being emitted by the device, you can tell that it's still fully functional. Perhaps you should return it to Farmer Saldine. Alright, we will do that. I heard some cool news about Nintendo. Supposedly they may release a Legend of Zelda movie. I think that would be amazing, man. Big fan of the Zelda games. Well, I haven't played them all. I really only played Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, but when I was younger, I liked them.
Well met. Go with honor.
Thank you, brother. You've done Salma and I a great service, and I promise that it won't soon be forgotten. I don't have much money, but you're welcome to what I do have.
For the Alliance. Light bless you.
What have you got there, Fu?
Careful.
Is that Is that the heart of one of the Watchers? I've heard stories about using one of these to power up a Watcher for personal use. Of course, I'm really in no shape to try such things myself.
For the Alliance.
It's alive. From what I've heard, all you really need to do is find a suitable harvest golem and drop in the heart. Once you've done that, you should be able to take full control of the creature. I think there's a whole field of overloaded harvest golems west of here at the Molson farm. Look for the arcs of electricity. Should you manage to get it working, use the golem to destroy the energized harvest reapers at the old Molson farm. Those monsters are much more destructive than the ones on our farm.
Be careful.
Yeah, we're going to be fighting the bigger Watchers now. Don't need to fight Yotes, I don't think. A bunch of Gortus here we can group up. We'll do a little bit of skinning as well. We're at 29 skinning. Not bad. I'm happy we picked skinning. It's probably one of the better professions to pick while you're leveling up. Might be in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah. That's too bad. Do you have another roll? So close, but yet so far. Just wanted to check and see if we had reinforced armor on our gear. We do. We just can't handle 3 mobs. We can handle 2, but not 3. It means the leveling's still, like, you know, somewhat challenging. You know, obviously if you fight 1 mob at a time, it's pretty damn easy, but it's even like that in vanilla. Looks like we'll have to stick with 2 at a time. And I'm interested to see what changes they're bringing to Mr. Pandaria. Supposedly they're bringing quite a few. And the cool thing about it is you can kind of hop into any game at any time in this version of Classic, because they have the, you know, the Alpha, Omega dungeons, all these different types of dungeons you can do later on. So if you miss out on a raid, you can catch up pretty damn quick just by doing those dungeons. Are we okay to destroy the Coyote Pad Leader? We'll see. I think we can do it. Where's our professions here? With leather working. Here, I guess. Make some light leather. And we'll craft a few armor kits here. When we go to town, we could maybe potentially level up our leather working and get it to the next level. It would be cool if we could actually keep both of these up while we level throughout the game, I guess. We're going to be leveling in a lot of different zones. We're going to head over to Northrend eventually, and then Outland. And then we'll be coming back to Azeroth again to check out the Cataclysm zones. Forgot to skin here. All right, let's
Hey there, be careful.
find a vendor here.
What can I do for you?
I should have bought some bags. I totally forgot about that. I'm gonna do it next episode because it's kind of annoying having to sell all the time. We're gonna get some big bags, guys.
Friend.
I'm just gonna buy stuff on my alt. I normally don't do that on my characters, but try to make it feel like it's fresh. But I kind of just want to have a chill experience on this guy. So I'm gonna add a few quality of life things like bags and also probably like buy a mount once we can. Because we don't really need to worry about gold. We got quite a bit of gold on the server. I think between like 5 to 10k on the other characters. So I'll buy some big bags to take us all the way through. We'll save the grinding and for the hardcore journeys. Self-found hardcore journeys. Because it is cool playing that way. You know, in self-found where you can't use the auction house, you can't trade, you can't use your mailbox. Because every little upgrade you get feels pretty damn good. Like getting the bag is a big deal. Getting a 6-slot bag is a big deal. Self-found hardcore. Alright, so we'll head down here. We need to energize some Harvest Reapers. We have the Gortusk stuffed. Gortusk flanks. Now we just need to slay the vultures. Get a little bit of vulture meat. And it might be possible for us to get the character up to 85 by the time the game comes out. That would be awesome if I could pull it off. We'll see. Got a few weeks, and we're already level 14. It's really going to slow down, though, once we hit 60. What's over here? Okay, yeah, we enable the harvest golem. So we have one more springy flesh reaper meat we need to collect. And here are the overloaded harvest golems here. So we have to use this. Wakes an overloaded harvest golem. There we go. We got a few abilities here. We have Reaping Blows, chops, dices, and minces your enemies for 5 seconds, and Rocket Boost. Fires the booster rockets on the overloaded harvest golem, increasing its speed by 100% for 5 seconds and running over anything that gets in its path. There we go. Let's overload, guys. Yeah. And there's a lot of quests like this in Cataclysm. These all came out in Cataclysm. Just quests where you get into like a machine or something like that, or a tank, siege engine, and you just wreck a bunch of mobs. They really made the questing in this version more lighthearted. The storylines are are a little bit more like on the comedy side too, which I like. I think they did a great job in Cataclysm changing up the quests. It's just a shame at that time, like, most people, they don't even read the quests, right? They just, you know, pick up the quest, try to get to max level as fast as they can. I used to be that kind of player back then, right? So I know what I know what that's all about. And during Cataclysm, I was like that. I just wanted to get to 60 as fast as I could, so I didn't really get to enjoy the quests, but I did level up a Goblin and Worgen on the channel. And we checked out quite a few quests on those characters. And I found out they did a great job with it. You may only ride the Harvest Golem at the Molson farm.
Greetings. Light bless you.
It's actually worked. That's incredible, Coenfu. Hopefully that takes care of the Harvest Golem problem here in Westfall. Okay, so we'll take the leather belt, guys. Pretty big upgrade here. 35 armor, 2 stamina. It's called the Chewed Belt.
For the Alliance.
Let's put that on. And then we have to turn in the Westfall stew. We'll get a little bit of it as well.
What can I do for you?
Food will be ready as soon as I have all the ingredients. Hurry.
Have a good one.
Bless your heart, dear. These poor orphans haven't had a hot meal in days. It looks like we will have enough left over to help feed many more of the homeless in Westfall. Take the boots, guys. Getting a bunch of greens now. So 41 armor, 1 agi, 1 stam, boiled boots.
Safe travels.
There we go. We leveled up to level 15. Very nice. And we now have talents, guys. So the talent trees have changed quite a bit in Mists of Pandaria. This is when they really simplified the talent trees. So you don't really get talents at every level anymore, which is something that they wanted to try to make it a little bit more accessible so players didn't have to, you know, I guess, I don't know, think too much. I don't know. I'm not too sure why they did this, but it took away from the leveling aspect of the game where, you know, every time you level, you get a new talent. That always feels good. And this kind of took away from that. And eventually they reverted back to talent trees. I believe that was in either Shadowlands or, I think, Dragonflight. They really went back into talent trees, and I think that was a good decision. So we have 3 abilities here. Celerity allows you to roll and chi torpedo more often, increases their maximum number of charges by 1, and reduces their cooldown by 5 seconds. That sounds pretty good. Tiger's Lust instantly clears all of immobilizing and movement impairing effects, increases their movement by 70% for 6 seconds. And then we have Momentum. Every time you roll or chi torpedo, your movement speed is increased by 25% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 2 times. So do we want more rolling with an increased charge, or do we want Momentum? I like Momentum, as the movement speed buff sounds pretty good. Tiger's Lust is good, but it's a 30-second cooldown. Like, we can constantly have 25% movement speed with Momentum. I think we'll go with Momentum. It's also a passive, so we don't have to you know, click on another ability.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
You have our thanks. It's been many years since anyone has offered to lend us aid, Coenfu. Had you not come along, we might not have made it through this coming winter. You've proven yourself to be a selfless individual, a person that we can trust. I only wish we had something of value to offer you. While I have no information to assist you in your crusade to bring the Frobor's murderer to justice, perhaps my wife can help. Speak to Salma inside. She will tell you what you need to know before you leave.
Go with honor, friend.
Also, queue up for Ragefire, Chasm, and Dead Mines, guys. Can't tank at the moment because I am DPS spec, so we'll just queue up as DPS, see if we can get into one. So when the game kind of takes off,
Need help?
that level, there's also PvP. We can queue up. We can actually queue up for Warsong Gulch and Arathi Basin, but we'll wait. We'll wait till 19 because we'll just get wrecked if we go in there as a level 15, right? You have our thanks. Of course, dear, our little girl works at Sentinel Hill and is very close with the homeless of Westfall. Perhaps she has overheard something. Before you go, let me wrap up the Westfall stew and tell you a little bit about our dear little girl.
See you around.
Hope for the people. About 4 years ago, in the dead of night, a little girl walked right into our farmhouse and collapsed on the floor. Nobody had a clue as to her identity. The poor little thing had no recollection of who she was or where she came from. Truly a lost soul. Soon after, we adopted the little girl and named her Hope, for that is what she represented. She is now a young lady caring for the destitutes and homeless of Westfall. Take my Westfall stew to her at Sentinel Hill, south of here.
Farewell.
Alright, so let's go see Hope, guys. And this is here. We have the momentum buff now, moving 25% faster. We can pretty much, and we can stack it up to 50%. I think this is probably the best buff you can get. But you can't keep the stacks up. They made sure of that. It's too bad. That'd be nice if you could just keep rolling and keep 50% movement speed. But you can sort of keep 25%. I like the movement speed buff. I think momentum is a good choice. You have our full cooperation, Lieutenant. The Furboros were good people. Their deaths will not go unpunished. Good day, sir. How may I serve you? I smell Westfall stew. Mother sent you? Feeding the hungry and the hopeless. Yes, I heard about the Furboro murders. It's very tragic, but such tragedy is a way of life in Westfall. There are many people here who simply no longer have the means or inclination to keep themselves fed. They have given up hope. Do you understand what it means to be left so hopeless as to stop caring about life? We must work together to show them that there is hope. That with the dawning day, a better life comes. Take my mother's Westfall stew and help feed the homeless around Sentinel Hill. Okay, so we have to feed the homeless. We'll pick up another quest here. In defense of Westfall. Well, I guess we'll enter the dungeon, guys. And I think that's how we'll probably level up, guys. It's just going to be... You know, I'll just queue up and we'll see what we get in. If I'm tanking... If I'm spec as tank, though, we're just going to instant queue. So... Pick these up here. We're going to get some pretty good loot, too. We'll read these while... going through. Also need to set up some UI stuff, so we're gonna head over to the interface. And we're gonna go to raid frames. Interface raid frames. Keep groups together. I don't really like the borders. Okay, class colors. Everybody's a monk. And don't display border. That's kind of how I like it. There we go. Then you can just unlock it, put it here. And there we go, guys. So if we got 4 monks and a priest. Everyone's just leveling up monks, guys. Let's check out a few of these quests here. So we have to collect 5 corrupted insignia from the Dark Shaman cultists. The Horde is using dark magic to control beasts and corrupt their brethren down here, Koenfu. I intend to put a stop to it, but first I need to know what it is we're fighting against and where you come in. Fight through the caverns and collect the insignia that the cultists carry. With them, I can study what type of magic is at work. Then we have to slay the couple bosses here. So we have to slay Adarog and Slagma. I'm glad you're here, Koenfu. The Horde is amassing an army, and I'm not going to wait to find out why. We need to strike fast and take down some of the larger beasts that they have down here. I want you to head in there and take care of Adarog and Slagma, before the Horde can use them as weapons against us. Cloth legs drop, the snarl mouth leggings, 6 stam, 6 intellect, 51 armor. Not for us, but congrats to the priest. Pretty nice chest piece for us here, though. 74 armor, 2 agi, 2 stam. We'll need that. And then another leather chest piece, 74 armor, 4 agi. We'll need that as well. Hopefully we can get into... get one. Looks like somebody left our crew. Maybe they're upset that they didn't win the piece. We have to rescue 5 SI-7 Rangers from Ragefire Chasm. I sent a recon over an hour ago, and none of them have reported back, and now these damned hounds are pouring out of the chasm. I don't know what is going on down there, but I'm not going anywhere until I get my men back. I want you to head in there and find them, Cornfu, preferably while they are still alive. And this is with the Dark Shaman, Coranthal. We're fighting him right now. Hopefully we're okay, guys. Gotta stay out of these mechanics. I'll read the quests later. I try to read all the quests, guys, but it's a lot of reading while you're trying to get through the dungeon. I'm surprised we haven't died. There we go. We got some insignias. Cuffs of the Black Element strapped. 25 armor, 3 stam, 3 intellect, 2 spirit. Not bad. We got all the insignias we need. Let's check out the last quest here. Defeat Dark Shaman Coranthal and Lava Guard Gordoth. These Dark Shaman have been down here for months, raising beasts and performing dark rituals. I don't know what they aim to achieve with all this, but it's clear that they are no friend of the Alliance, and I need your help stopping them, going through. Fight your way through the chasm and kill Dark Shaman Coranthal and Lava Guard Gordoth. Another mace here, one-handed mace with intellect on it. We still kind of need that. Nice if we can get another weapon. Here's a Slagmaw. Let's beat him up. So it looks like we lost our monk healer. And now we have a druid. So these tanks are pretty geared. Well, this tank is pretty geared. So they have leveling gear in the game. It came out in Wrath of the Lich King. Get more XP with it. It's pretty damn good gear. It's like best in slot pretty much while you're leveling up. And that's why he's able to just pull, like, I don't know, almost the entire dungeon and then kill the boss at the same time. I'll also get a DPS meter add-on with it to see the DPS. I assume the tank's doing the most, by far. That's how it was on my Goblin Warrior. I just went tank spec and we did so much damage. The AoE for tank specs and Cataclysm is kind of insane. So with Fireworn robes drop, 4 stam, 5 intellect, 5 crit, 58 armor. Pretty nice cloth gear dropping today. Yeah, it was kind of strange tanking in Cataclysm because the tank does like an insane amount of damage while the DPS is just like lagging behind. There we go. Lava Guard Gordoth down. Gore Walker Treads dropped. Mail boots, 99 armor, 3 strength, 5 stamina, 3 hits, and the compact shotgun. 9 damage per second shotgun. Alright, let's turn these quests in, guys. New enemy. Have you collected the insignia? Good work, Koanfu. Now you can figure out what it is they were trying to achieve down here. It would seem that the Dark Shaman experiments drove Gordoth insane. Hopefully, we've seen the last of this Koanfu. So what do we take? I guess we take this leather chest. It's amazing. 89 armor, 4 agi, 6 stam, 4 crit. Just leveled up to level 16. This better be important. That's all that have survived. The Horde are going to pay for this in blood. Good work, Koanfu. Who knows what kind of destruction those beasts would have caused. And there we go. We did it. We got a lot of XP from that, too. So let's check out the loot that we have here. So we have the hide vest and the hide vest. We'll just get out of the dungeon quick. Bags are quite full. But we finished all the quests. It was great. Very smooth run. We'll head over to Westfall, guys. We have a few quests to turn in there. I think that's a good idea. Or maybe we'll stay as DPS. I think we'll stay as DPS for a bit. Until Until we're done with Red Ridge Mountain. I actually really want to level here. And to be honest, we might, maybe we'll go there now. It's like the main place where I want to level. I just like the questing there. So maybe we'll take a break from Westfall and Sentinel Hill.
You need something?
I don't want to ruin the story for you guys yet, but once we get into Dead Mines, you'll kind of know what's going on in this zone. Let's head over to Goldshire, guys. And we'll turn in, let's finally turn in the Hogger quest. We'll check out the loot we got. So we got this mace, the Staunch Hammer of Intellect, 7.3 damage per second. That should replace the offhand, right? There we go. Finally got 2 maces. There's the chest. We got 74 armor, 4 agility. We'll put that on. Can get some more armor on it too with the light armor kit. Then we have the better chest here, 89 armor, 4 agi, 6 stam, 4 crit, hide vest of the shaman. Yeah, that's a much better vest. Not bad. And we're also getting appearances added to our collection, which is transmog. Everything we've looted will be added to our transmog set for this version of Classic. Looks like it's a rainy day in Elwood Forest. And since I was reading the quests for most of that dungeon, guys, you guys probably didn't really get to see much of it. Well, I'll make sure we go into Rage RFC again, guys. We'll hop in there. Yeah, we'll hop in there again, just to do a run without the quests. Yeah, I'll queue up for it now, see if we can just get into a quick one.
Honor, friend. For the Alliance.
He did what? Great. Now we have a bloodthirsty beast right beneath the streets of Stormwind with a whole army of gnolls at his command. Definitely an improvement. I feel safer already. Here's your reward, Koenfu, but promise me you'll check in with the Stockade's guards in Stormwind at some point just to ensure that things are going smoothly. So we have another chest here. I want to take the item that's going to sell for the most. I assume it's going to be this two-handed staff. I think our two-handed weapons do more damage, though, than this. The balanced staff.
Go with honor.
Has intellect on it, too, so.
What
The items with Agi are much better. Let's sell the junk that we have here.
Have a good one.
Greetings. Light bless you. Be careful.
Oh, nice. Already got into it. Pretty quick queues, man. Elmore's task.
See you around.
So there we go. We did that. It looks like the Darkmoon Fair is gone. It's too bad. Guess we can't turn that in. And look at the group we have here, guys. Another bunch of monks. We have a DPS, healer, and tank. And then we have a shaman, panda shaman, and a warrior. Wonder if this monk will pull as much as the last one. He is pretty geared. See, this is the gear I'm talking about. It's BOA gear, they call it. Bind on account. And you earn it with endgame currency. And what it does, it gives 10% experience, and it levels up from 1 to 85 with years. And he has like a full set. Trinkets. You can get legs as well. He doesn't have a full set, but he has pretty much a full set. And he gets quite the XP boost from wearing it. 32 armor, 2 stamina, leather bracers. Did not win this. So your character becomes pretty damn OP with that loot on. So, and you level, like, very fast. You could probably max level in, like, 2 days. Game time, probably even less than that if you go spam dungeons, I would assume. Inferno Church. If I can provoke him. I can. I bet, dude. Just want to try it. Inferno Charge on me. Nope, switched. And the leggings dropped again, guys. Snarlmouth leggings, 51 armor, 6 stam, 6 in life. There's a suspicious rock. Run! Native owl pants, 38 armor, 1 intellect, 1 spirit. Cool dagger drops 7.2 damage per second. Curved dagger is stamina. Some nail bracers. A lot of greens. Crazy you get blues so early in Mists of Pandaria. It takes so much longer to get your first blue in vanilla. Cuffs of black elements. More cloth gear. 25 armor, 3 stam, 3 intellect, 2 spirits. Probably pretty good for the healer, though. Even though the healer would probably, rather have leather because they're a monk, but the intellect's pretty good. Birchwood Maul the Bear, 2-handed mace. Can we use that? Not too sure we can use maces. Should I roll need? Or we just selecting greed? Migdal. The warrior probably wants it, so we'll let the warrior take it. I leveled up. This boss is pretty cool. Slagma. I enjoyed fighting Slagma. Pretty badass boss. Just want to take a quick screenshot here. Okay, good. Everything just dies so fast. I knew they didn't need my help. Fireworm robes, 58 armor, 4 stam, 5 intellect, 5 crit. Just trying to get a screenshot there. Yeah, we'll probably check tank out eventually. It's just probably better for us to just roll with the BOA gear tanks for now. But we'll eventually sort of catch up with them when we get a full set of gear. But right now they're way ahead of us just because they have some slots that we don't even have, like Trinket, for example. And the thing about BOA gear, that's another thing of like quest skipping. You know, they put all this work into like changing the quest in Cataclysm just for people to like be incentivized to skip them with the BOA loot. Blood Curse Fellblade drop. Pretty nice one-handed sword. 12.3 damage per second. Reduces target enemy's attack power for 20 seconds. We'll try to need on that. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Let's put it on. Badass, dude. First blue weapon already. Very nice. Alright, so we're level 17. Flying right now. Need to slow down a bit. We'll be in Outland in no time. Okay, so let's we'll hearth back to these boots better now. We'll hearth back to Stormwind, guys. I think that's what we'll do now. And then we'll be at the trade district. Hey, sorry, brother, but I noticed you don't have a guild. Would you be interested in joining the Rainbow Alliance? We're a leveling guild, building an inclusive casual community. So you see this quite a bit in Mists of Pandaria and Cataclysm because they make gold off of leveling, people leveling. Which is fine. You know, it's nothing wrong with asking, but those guilds usually there's nothing really happens. It's just a bunch of people leveling, making a guy gold.
Light be with you.
You just spam invites, fill it up, and then they make a bunch of gold from people leveling. Do recommend joining a guild that actually, you know, does stuff. Maybe we'll join Big PvP. We were in Big PvP on the Worgen, and we actually did a little bit of World PvP. We actually took down a few city bosses, so maybe we'll join Big PvP. You'll see. I haven't been on my Worgen in a long time, but that was the guild we were in. Okay, so here we are. Sold a bunch of stuff. Next episode, we'll probably do some professions, I think. I'm gonna make a bunch of these armor kits. Let's get this light leather made. And I'll probably get an auction house add-on, trade skill master. We'll try to sell some stuff that we're not using so we can make a little bit of coin while we're leveling up. And I'll purchase some bags as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a town episode. Maybe we'll start with a dungeon. Who knows? But we should get first aid going. We have a lot of linen cloths now. Well, there we go, guys. I'm having a lot of fun. Characters really starting to take off. We're in dungeons now. A couple of levels, we'll get into our first battleground. And we're getting our professions up as well. So everything's moving along quite quick. But that is going to be the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.